including smoking or drinking. So I just wanted to give you a sense of what it would be like to give yourself a self-compassion message. Again, I said this was a tiny intervention, this donut study, and this is basically all it was. And there are a number of programs now that are teaching people how to write these messages for themselves and to literally have them scripted for the moment they fail, for the moment that they procrastinated and they're late again, or for the moment they had that cigarette when they hadn't smoked in a week, and to be able to whip this message out as a way of not falling down that hole that we often fall into. So the 3 steps of this message is, the first is mindfulness of what you're thinking and feeling. Noticing that you're feeling guilty, or noticing that you're feeling self-doubt or self-critical, maybe angry at yourself, and actually allow yourself to see those feelings. Because a big reason that people go from feeling guilty to giving in again is that they just want to get rid of that feeling. It's so kind of overwhelming, and they want to distract themselves from it with something that is going to get them into further trouble. And then the second step is this common humanity. One of the reasons that it is hard to find our motivation and our willpower is we start to feel like there's something uniquely broken with us. There's something about who we are that is wrong and weak. And that mindset makes it very difficult to tap back into your motivation or your strength. And so this message of common humanity is basically saying to yourself, you know what? This is part of the process of change. This is how things get done. Sometimes we procrastinate. Sometimes we fall off the wagon. Everyone is imperfect. And to recognize that this is not saying anything about who you are. It's saying something about the process. And what matters is how you respond afterward, not the fact that it happened at all. And then this last step is encouragement over criticism. And if you were to think about someone you were mentoring, you know, some of you probably have mentees here, or interns, or you think about a child that you care about, or a dear friend, what would you say to them when they had a setback? And to say that to yourself, it might be reminding yourself of your goal. It might be reminding yourself of the big picture rather than the sort of the micro picture in which you feel like a failure. And to do that rather than the voices we often have in our head that are saying things like, why did you do that again? You're so stupid, you're never going to change. And to actually start to talk to yourself a little bit in the second person as if you were a good friend. And research shows that this particular approach, learning how to talk to yourself in this way, is more effective, for example, at quitting smoking than nicotine replacement therapy. That's how powerful being able to respond to setbacks with self-compassion can be. I want you to take a look